The most popular video on our channel is about how we installed GeoShell for our driveway to contain the gravel on the hill slope. Well, we get a lot of questions about it, and people want to know if it's a good product and if it's worth their trouble. Well, it's been over 5 years since we installed the GeoShell on the driveway, and I want to show you what's going on. We have a curve right here in the driveway, but as we get more towards the slope, you're going to see where we have had a little bit of gravel loss right here. So you can see a little bit more depth in the GeoShells. But look at this right here. Some of it's completely pulled up and exposed. And this is definitely sort of the steeper section as you come up the driveway and around the corner. There is an explanation for this. Part of the reason why this happened is that this past summer in spring was our rainiest season ever. It was so rainy. We've had so much water runoff that we normally don't have, normally just dealing with snow. The one mistake that we made that could have prevented this, we didn't prioritize regrading the driveway. We've been able to maintain this GeoShell job for over 5 years with no problems until this year, where we've had that a little bit extra erosion. And the primary way we've maintained it is by using a box grader to regularly grade the driveway every spring after the snow melt. And what we should have done is we should have regraded this summer after our major rainstorms. But let's take a look at the rest of the hillside where the GeoShell is. So coming down here, there's a little bit more edging of the GeoShell. Nothing too wild, but you can see where it is. There's a little bit more right here, a few more edges. And there's a little bit more right here. You can sort of see the scalloped edges right here. Right here where the slope is probably starts to really pick up. You can see, especially on the left-hand side here, the tire tread spot, it's a little bit more exposed. And the GeoShell continues all the way down till the bottom of this hill. And it ends right about here. And this is actually the last spot where it's really exposed. So this hasn't happened to us in years past, but you can almost see the water line where it's sort of drained right through here, carried away a lot of extra gravel left behind the rocks. And well, we're left with this. So today's event is we're actually going to get more gravel and we're going to regrade the driveway. Unfortunately, I feel like some pieces of this GeoShell aren't repairable. They lost their functionality. They're no longer in the cell formation. So these are pieces that we're just have to cut out and take our losses. We lost a few cells on this one this year. So lesson learned, we have to keep up with the grading or we're going to lose more pieces of GeoShell. Now this is interesting. I'm seeing the material come out of the dump truck and it doesn't really look like what Brian described he ordered. He was saying he wanted a gravel mix to help, patch the driveway, but this looks a lot more like the really fine stuff, the breeze, that's more of a little bit like cement. So I don't know if this is going to do the job or if there was a mistake in the order. So we're definitely going to have to talk to him and see what he thinks.
Going to grade the driveway.
Oh, fix that spot with the GeoShell popping out.
That and the rest of it.
Yeah.
The whole part that washed out over the summer.
Yeah. like the original video when you put down the GeoCell and they're raking around.
Yeah, I read that whole driveway.
Yeah. So this wasn't the mix that you had wanted, but
Yeah.
do you think you got enough gravel scraped up from down below to fix the job?
It'll be all right. We're gonna have to get a couple loads of the right stuff.
Okay.
In the spring.
All right. There's our small gravel reserve right here. Yeah. A single layer. We're down to a single layer.
Use it if you can.
Got our money's worth out of that pile.
Yeah.
A whole scoop.
Scrape it to the ground.
Yeah. Well, that was supposed to be a better job than what it was, but it's actually good enough for now until we get another load of gravel to put on top. Should hold things into place. The geocell's covered up for the most part, and we'll use that other stuff later for another project. That's a temporary fix right now. It's not really the job we set out to do.
No, need the right material.
Yeah, this isn't the right material. So
that's the right material for the other job I have.
Well, yeah, so that's going to hang tight here by the shed. But for now, at least we had some gravel, some backup gravel to kind of throw on top of it. Our GeoCell has lasted for over 5 years, and we want to get another 5 years out of it before we have to think about replacing the driveway.
Right.
So that takes a little bit of maintenance year to year. And usually, you know, Brian's on top of it grading.
Yep.
And so anyhow, we covered up the material that was sticking out.
Yeah, so we're good till the spring. Then we'll get some proper loads of material. One of the issues is the guy we usually get to haul our materials isn't around anymore, and so it's a lot more expensive. So we need to find somebody else that'll go right to the quarry, and not to the landscaping facility.
Oh, yeah.
So because they're charging way more. So.
Yeah. So anyhow, guys, stay tuned. If you're using GeoShell, it's still a good product. We just kind of fell behind a little bit on the maintenance as far as keeping up with the grading.
Yeah.
For us, that's, you know, after a whole winter of plowing and snow blowing the driveway and a lot of the gravel gets gone, Grading is the key element every year. We just happen to have a lot more rainfall this year.
Yeah,
than
we had some
normal.
big downpours, and that really created a little river going down the driveway. So.
Yeah, so it carried away a lot more gravel than usual this past year. We just didn't have time to keep up with it. So anyway, we should be in good shape for the winter.
Yeah.
And hopefully the ground freezes and we won't have that problem to worry about to the spring. All right, guys, see you in the next one.
All right, bye-bye. Thanks for watching.